What is cholera? Cholera is a sickness caused by bacteria that spreads when people drink or eat things contaminated with it, mostly through dirty water. It makes you have very watery diarrhea, which can be mild at first but can get really serious. Cholera happens a lot in places where there's not good plumbing or after big disasters like earthquakes, when it's hard to get clean water and people can't keep clean easily. It's most common in parts of Africa, Central America, the Caribbean, and certain parts of Asia. Even though cholera can be deadly if not treated, it's something that can be stopped and fixed with the right treatment. But if it's not treated quickly, it can lead to death in just a few hours. How is cholera spread? Usually cholera spreads when people eat or drink stuff that has the germ Vibrio cholera in it. During outbreaks, it's often poop from someone who's sick that gets into the food or water. This means cholera can quickly spread in places where the water isn't treated well, or where people don't have clean bathrooms or wash their hands enough. It's super rare for cholera to spread just from touching someone who's sick. What are the symptoms of cholera? Cholera symptoms can be mild or really serious. Many people don't feel much at all, but if someone does get symptoms, they might have lots of watery poop, cramps in their stomach or legs, throwing up, feeling super thirsty, being restless or cranky. But those are just the mild signs. You also need to watch out for dehydration, especially if someone is pooping a lot. Signs of dehydration include heart beating really fast, low blood pressure, skin that doesn't bounce back when you pinch it, dry mouth and nose. If someone gets really sick with cholera, their kidneys might fail. This can make them go into shock, pass out, and even die in a few hours. Cholera doesn't take long to show up after someone gets infected, usually between a few hours and a few days. And since it often spreads through the same water source, that's why lots of cases can suddenly pop up. Even if someone doesn't feel sick, they can still have the cholera germ in their poop for up to 2 weeks. So if people are pooping outside because they don't wash their hands or the water's dirty, or if stuff gets messed up after a natural disaster, that's how cholera can spread fast. Can cholera be treated? Cholera is really easy to fix if it's caught early. Usually, all someone needs is a special drink to stop them from getting too dehydrated, but if it's more serious, they might need to go to the hospital to get fluids. It's not actually the germ itself that kills people. It's when someone gets really dehydrated from pooping and throwing up a lot. They can lose a ton of fluids really fast, which can be deadly. Even though treating cholera is pretty simple, in places where lots of people get sick from it, like Yemen and parts of Africa, it's hard to get medical help sometimes. And that means more people die from this sickness, even though it's something that can be fixed easily. Does the Red Cross help treat cholera? After disasters, teams from the Red Cross and Red Crescent go to places affected by cholera. They set up clinics on wheels to help sick people get better by giving them special drinks and saving lives. They've done this in Syria, Yemen, and lately in Pakistan too. These teams also work on making sure people can stay healthy and stop cholera from spreading. They give out clean water and things to keep clean, like soap, to help prevent more people from getting sick. How do you prevent cholera? The best way to stop cholera after a disaster is to make sure everyone knows how dangerous it is and can get clean water, soap, and toilets. Cholera mostly happens when water or food is dirty, so it's super important to stay clean and have good food and water. What are the causes of cholera? Cholera is caused by a germ called Vibrio cholera, which makes a harmful substance in your gut. This substance makes your body release a lot of water, causing diarrhea and making you lose fluids and salts quickly. Even if someone doesn't get sick from the cholera germ, they can still pass it in their poop, which can make food and water dirty. Cholera mostly spreads through dirty water. You can find the germ in water from rivers or wells. Dirty wells are often where big cholera outbreaks start, especially in places where lots of people live together without good bathrooms. Seafood. Eating raw or not fully cooked seafood, like shellfish, from certain areas can give you cholera. Most cases in the United States come from seafood in the Gulf of Mexico. Raw fruits and veggies. Eating unwashed fruits and veggies, especially in places with cholera, can make you sick. In some countries, using manure or water with sewage in it to grow crops can make the food dirty. Grains. In places where cholera is common, grains like rice and millet can get dirty after cooking and sitting out at room temperature for a while, which lets the germ grow on them.